I think the timing it's very ironic. It's kind of almost eerie that as I'm posting this today on November 8, 2024, one day before the 86th anniversary of Kristallnacht. And here we are. I was talking to one of the speakers at a conference that I'm attending here in Temecula, California. He said something that was very, very troubling to me, but so profound. He said, I went to bed in 2024 and I woke up in 1938. Think about this. What happened in Amsterdam is extremely scary. Let me back up in history a little bit. Let me tell you just a few things about Kristallnacht. Kristallnacht, which is the night of broken glass, took place in November of 1938 in Berlin, and it was it just lasted in one night, the night of November 9th through 10th, which is where we are right now, 86 years later. It was a pogrom and a boycott, but let's focus on the word pogrom. A pogrom means a government-sponsored riot against a specific people group. And really, when you think of pogroms, I think for the history of the pogroms, it's always been linked to the Jewish people. I have not seen or heard of any pogroms against the Belgians or against the South Americans or against any other groups. It's always pogroms against the Jews. As a matter of fact, my great-grandmother, Rachel Shimkovitz, left Eastern Europe, Russia and Lithuania with the family because of the late 1800s pogroms against the Jews, which we thought would not happen again. Well, here we are. So Kristallnacht took place again in the November 1938, and not that many Jewish people died. One is too many, I would agree, but about 200 Jewish people died on that night. Thousands of storefronts had Star of Davids painted on the storefront, the word Yud, meaning Jew, to identify where the Jews were, to boycott the businesses, to destroy the businesses. Many synagogues were burned to the ground, and the connection with Kristallnacht, historically speaking, is that serious scholars, historians, all agree that the night of November 9th through the 10th of 1938, Kristallnacht, was the beginning of the implementation of the final solution. The night of Kristallnacht marks the first day of the Holocaust, officially. That was 1938. Fast forward to what happened yesterday, Amsterdam, football game between the Ajax Amsterdam soccer, not football, soccer. I'm from Europe, I call it football because it's what it's supposed to be called, but just a little side here. So the Ajax Amsterdam soccer team against the Tel Aviv Maccabi football team. And it is a known fact that whenever there is soccer games in Europe, it can bring some rowdy characters, and they like to speak up and insult each other and throw things at each other. Sometimes it gets out of hand. Never that far. This one looked like it was planned. It was a planned pogrom against the Jewish people. This is connected to the way the world has been changing since October 7th. And it's going to continue to get worse. That's my fear for my people. This is going to continue to get worse. This one was organized. Taxi cabs refused Jewish people for the fare. They said, I can't help you, and they drove away. The police took forever to come. And this is kind of a developing story, actually. We're going to find out more in the next few days. But what's very scary is how much of the world is really looking the other way again. And we know what happened during Kristallnacht 1938 and in the following years during the Holocaust is too many people were bystanders. Too many people said, I'm just one person, I can't do anything. I'm just one family, I got to protect my family. And they look the other way. This is time right now for Christians not to look the other way. We cannot ignore what happened in Amsterdam. I have an article on my blog. If you go to shalomandmessiah.com, you look for our blog, and I have an article, and I had to change the title. It was going to go on under the title, Are We Getting Close to Kristallnacht? Is it coming soon? And then my title now is Kristallnacht 2.0, It's Here. What happened in Amsterdam was a pogrom, was organized, was allowed by the police to an extent, and we haven't seen the end of it. This is very scary. Christians Those of you who watch me on my channel, Christians have a chance today, moving forward, to make a difference. This is a time for you to say, okay, I'm going to speak up. I can't be silent anymore. We have to speak up. We have to be involved. We have to expose the lies. And there's a way for you to connect with us, to go even beyond that, and be part of our ministry to help Jewish people. So I want you to pray for the Jewish people in Europe because they need your prayer. And I want you to consider getting involved with our ministry. We have a network that we don't advertise too much, but now's the time for me to tell you a little more about it. If you go to our website, if you go to shalomandmessiah.com and you go to the Connect tab, at the bottom of the choices you have on the Connect tab, you can ask to find out more information about the network that Olivier spoke about. And that network I'm telling you about right now is an unadvertised, very highly secure network of Christians like you and me, who are simply saying, when it gets really bad for the Jewish people, my house is open. Friends, we're there. This is where we are right now. Is your house open? If your house is open, and if your heart is open, you need to sign up. We don't advertise it. You have to go through our ministry to find out, to be vetted. We don't ask for funds. We don't supply anything. It's just a network of like-minded Christians, like you watching me right now, like me. We're just all saying, let's help the Jewish people. Because when we can show them the love of Messiah through what we can do for them, it's going to make a difference. Someone said once, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. The day has come for Christians to unite and open their homes to Jewish people and speak up against the evil. And it's evil, it's not insanity. Because insanity exonerates responsibility. It's the evil of anti-Semitism. It's not going to get any better, but we can make a difference. Will you join me? shalomandmessiah.com. Connect, ask about the network. Until then, be blessed.